Ruben Amorim claims £31 million Manchester United player is so important despite no starts this season. Manchester United have suffered the first defeat of the Ruben Amorim era, having lost 2-0 away at Arsenal on Wednesday night. Ruben Amorim took 7 points from his first 3 games as Manchester United boss against Premier League and Europa League games. The results were decent, but the performances were a little up and down, with Amorim under no illusions about the job ahead of him. Amorim faced his biggest challenge yet on Wednesday night, taking his United side to take on an Arsenal side still gunning for the Premier League title. We called on United to be strong on set pieces, but Amorim's side were undone by 2 dead balls as Arsenal claimed a 2-0 win. After a composed first-half performance, United were flat in the second half and just didn't have the firepower to get back into the game at 2-0 down. United were hit with a blow just 24 hours before heading to North London. Left-back Luke Shaw confirmed a new injury setback on Tuesday night, ruling him out of action against Arsenal and potentially for a number of games moving forward. Shaw hasn't started a single game for United this season, and he would have been hoping to make an impact under Amorim. The 29-year-old now faces yet another spell on the sidelines, but has been given some supportive words by Amorim. As quoted by United's official website, Amorim praised Shaw for working hard in the gym and losing weight, believing that he was doing everything to get in the right shape to make a difference. Shaw's latest injury is unfortunate, but Amorim feels that he can still play a vital role at Old Trafford if he continues to apply himself. Amorim added that Shaw is so important to United and he has the belief of the new coaching staff moving forward. "What I said to him, as a coach, is that since I am here, I saw him in the medical department," said Amorim. "I saw him in the gym. I saw him losing weight. I saw him training. So he did everything right. Sometimes, when you have 1 or 2 injuries, it's really hard to recover. If he continues with this behavior, doing everything he can, I will be here. All the staff will be here, as long as it takes. We believe a lot in him. He's so important for our team. For the future, I see in this team, Luke is a very important player for us," he added. Shaw had been used as a left-sided centre-back in his 2 substitute appearances under Amorim, but he would have also offered an option at left wing-back. That position is a real area of concern for United, and it's no surprise to see a number of left wing-backs being linked with move to Old Trafford. United are keen on Alphonso Davies, but the Bayern Munich superstar seems unlikely to make the move to Manchester in 2025. Alvaro Fernandez has been linked with a United return, whilst reports claim that United are interested in Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez. Shaw is a quality player when fit. £90 million winger sensationally told to make January move and join Manchester United. Emmanuel Petit has urged Mudryk to stop wasting time and leave Chelsea in the January transfer window, while also encouraging the winger to make a shock move to join Premier League rivals Manchester United. Mudryk joined the Blues for almost £90 million during last year's January transfer window, but he struggled to get into his new boss side, with the squad boasting an incredible amount of talent in wide areas. Maresca has frequently shown frustration with the winger on the pitch, and his performances have not warranted a start in any meaningful games as of yet, and that has led to a lot of speculation that he could actually leave the club on loan. Mudryk signed in a big money move but has failed to live up to the expectations of that massive price tag and has been somewhat of a flop at Stamford Bridge. He is on a contract at Chelsea until 2031, and if his form doesn't improve, the Blues may be forced to sell. Petit, now, has urged the winger to leave Chelsea and still believes Mudryk can prosper in the Premier League and is confident he would thrive at Old Trafford in Ruben Amorim's 3-4-3 system. Petit told Gambling Zone, "Sooner or later, Mudryk needs to make a decision. He arrived at the club 2 years ago, and what has he done? He has not improved and he's missing a valuable period of his career and his confidence is down. He's 23 and he's wasting too much time already, and with the new sports direction at Chelsea, I don't think he has a future there. However, I think Man United could be an excellent opportunity for him as he suits in Ruben Amorim's formation. His 3-4-3 could see him play him inside right behind the striker at Old Trafford. The Premier League was not the place for Mudryk to develop into the winger that many people hoped he would be. In fact, he has gone backwards. If he does leave the Blues, staying in the Premier League could be a big mistake. Ruben Amorim makes set-piece admission as Man United concede twice from corners versus Arsenal. Manchester United conceded twice from corners in their 2-0 defeat to Arsenal as Ruben Amorim's side slipped to their first Premier League defeat under the Portuguese boss. Ruben Amorim has revealed a shake-up in Manchester United's coaching roles, with Carlos Fernandes now spearheading the team's set-piece defense strategy. Despite Andreas Jorgensen's arrival in the summer as the new set-piece coach, it appears Fernandes has taken the reins under Amorim's management. Jorgensen, who previously made his presence known in the technical area during set pieces, now takes a back seat while Fernandes orchestrates the defensive setup. This change comes even though United have ramped up their set-piece defensive drills and pre-match warm-ups, a move that didn't prevent Arsenal from scoring twice from corners in their 2-0 win on Wednesday that spelled Amorim's first loss as United manager. Amorim clarified the situation, saying, "The thinking is Carlos is responsible for set pieces, different stuff," adding, "Andreas is also there to help. That's it. That's the reason. I think if you follow Premier League for a long time you can see that they, Arsenal, are also big players for that. And you can see it in every occasion that Bukayo, Saka and Gabriel, Martinelli has 1-against-1, a lot of times they go outside and cross. They already know if the cross is going well, they can score. If it's a corner, they can score. So we have to be better on that situation, but like in every area of our game we need time to improve also. But you can see in all Arsenal games every team has a problem with that," reports the Manchester Evening News. Amorim issued caution before the match about an oncoming storm, and suggested that United were likely to encounter challenges, remarking that they could be found out in certain games. His side's susceptibility at set pieces was highlighted as they struggled against Arsenal, who had numerous corners throughout the game. Reflecting on his choice of words, Amorim seemed to express some regret during his Monday press conference by stating, "I have to be careful what I say. If you follow football you understand this moment, what can happen in this moment. And then when I came from Sporting, I lived the same situation. It's a big club and you know everything is okay when you lose one game. Everything is not okay. I'm expecting that. Sometimes I'm too strong with words. Sometimes you have bad moments when you are changing so many things in order to improve." Ruben Amorim's vicious hairdryer moment speaks volumes about future at Man United. Arsenal 2-0 Manchester United. Ruben Amorim succumbed to his first defeat as Red Devils boss in North London on Wednesday night as second-half goals from Jurrien Timber and William Saliba helped the Gunners close the gap on Liverpool at the top of the Premier League to 7 points. Ruben Amorim's first defeat as Manchester United boss, his first league loss since 2023, is unlikely to live long in the memory. But strip back Arsenal's set-piece dominance and scratch beneath the surface, you were still able to witness firsthand the small cultural differences he is striving to implement on the field. After introducing Ahmad as a makeshift wing-back at the halftime interval, Amorim verbally exploded on the touchline when the Ivorian failed to satisfy his demands. Ahmad had been helping United defend an Arsenal attack when the visitors quickly progressed the ball in transition in a bid to manufacture a chance of their own up the other end. However, the red-hot winger, who is being shoehorned in on the right side of Amorim's 3-4-2-1 system, was unable to keep the pace with United's counter. As he lagged behind play on the near touchline, Amorim began shouting venomously towards his player, thrusting and waving his arms towards Arsenal's box. Amorim was so passionate and animated, he even leaned towards Ahmad, who was only a few meters from his clutches, to bellow his instructions. It was as if to say, "Next time, you will make the final third and not be languishing so far behind play in defense of Ahmad." Even Kylian Mbappe at full flight would have struggled to keep pace with the ball due to the speed of United's breakaway. The move eventually broke down, but it certainly boosted the forwards' adrenaline and concentration levels, as this is a tactician that will not settle for anything less than perfection. It already feels like the refreshing, infectious energy of Amorim is precisely what United have been missing, particularly some of these players, for so long. This is an authoritative figure that has a firm grasp of standards and principles and will not settle for anything less. That's exactly how it should be, and even Captain Bruno Fernandes is not exempt from criticism. Because at one point in the second half, when Fernandes sloppily misplaced a curling, lofted pass, Amorim threw his arms up and turned away in frustration. Giving the ball away cheaply formed part of United's questionable identity under Erik ten Hag when standards slipped to, at times, the depths of despair. While United are evidently a work in progress under Amorim, nobody can dispute that there is a clear style of play, and you can at least recognize what the Portuguese boss is trying to implement. Despite delivering 2 trophies, Ten Hag frequently went through the motions, displaying tactical flaws that were never addressed and created an environment where mistakes were not the be-all and end.